everybody, this is Dr. Carmen Bryant, and this is Car Chronicles. How you guys doing? Good to see you. You ready? Let's do it. So today let's talk about how that narcissist has conditioned you into believing that your emotions are irrelevant. And not just irrelevant, but to a point where you have grown up emotionally hoarding. So you are an emotional hoarder. And so you have emotionally hoarded your emotions to a point where as you get older, it begins to manifest in physiological disorders, such as gastrointestinal problems, such as fertility issues, such as fibromyalgia, such as fibroids, such as neurological problems, such as migraine issues, such as cognitive issues, even delays, learning delays, cognitive delays, issues with your spinal cord, problems with high blood pressure, stress. All this is a sign of a lot of times of mental health issues. Now, not all the time. So make sure, this is for educational purposes only. Make sure that you go to your physician and get tested so they can tell you where this stuff comes from. But a lot of time it comes from the trauma and the way that you grew up in life, traumatized. When you grew up in a home with a narcissistic parent, that narcissistic parent makes a child feel like their emotions are irrelevant. You know that when a baby is little or a toddler, the way that they get their needs met is by crying. And that parent begins to interpret what each cry means. I'm hungry, I'm wet, I'm tired, I just want comfort. And toddlers are not able to express their emotions. They can't articulate their emotions, so they cry. They have temper tantrums, and you have to kind of interpret what is going on until they get a little older and you begin to teach them words, to put words with emotions. And that's why we tell children, use your words, baby, use your words. Because we're teaching them how to articulate how they feel. That's too much for a narcissistic parent because of the fact that that crying, that whining, and expressing emotions causes the attention to be taken away from that narcissist parent. See, a narcissist parent, a lot of them, if you listen, the women enjoy being pregnant because of the attention that they get. They enjoy having little infant babies because of the fact that they still get the attention. But once that child becomes a little more independent and doesn't need the parent as much as they used to at one point in time, that parent begins to grow bored with that child. And they either need to bring another child into this world. There's a lot of them just enjoy being pregnant. Bring another child, and then the child is neglected. The emotions, you have been emotionally neglected. Children have emotions. They get stressed. They're afraid. They're frustrated. They're angry. So you can't deny a child an emotion just because of the fact that they're little children. And a narcissist will tell a child, what are you stressing for? You don't have a job. You don't have adult responsibilities. What are you sad about? There's no reason for you to be sad. You don't have emotions like that, because they dismiss their emotion because it takes away from that narcissist, because that requires that narcissist to engage with that child, to put out energy for that child. And so you have grown up in a household under the understanding, you have been conditioned to believe that emotions are irrelevant. Your needs are never met. You cry. You get no comfort. You don't even know what it's like to hug your parent. You don't even know what it's like to be comforted by a parent. You had to self-soothe, and you found some very dysfunctional ways of self-soothing, whether it was eating, overeating. And so food became your comfort zone. Later on, illicit drugs, alcohol, sex, overspending. Somehow or another, you have, even strange addictions, eating soap and hair and things like that. Those are strange addictions, and then some of you become hoarders because you're emotional hoarders. And hoarding is just a sign that that person has been traumatized. If you watch the show Hoarders, and it's sad to watch, but when they go to therapy, you usually find out that somewhere in their life they have been traumatized. They have had a family member die, a child die, someone has left them, divorced them, rejected them, abandoned them. And what happens is they connect their emotions to inanimate objects or things that are irrelevant, even feces or urine, because it belongs to them and they don't want to lose it. And then the stress of someone coming in to clean their house out and throw away things that they have attached attach themselves to. Let you know that there's a serious internal issue going on with that person that probably goes not just to childhood, but sometimes it goes to certain events in their life. Those that have been sexually violated, those are issues. And a lot of you come from those homes that there are issues. There are some serious traumatic issues that have occurred in that home. Even to a point where you're dealing with a narcissist and a narcissistic parent or a narcissist parent, and that child has been taught, you have to earn my love. My love is not unconditional. You have to work for my love, and I will reward you when you do what I want you to do. When I am able to maintain control over you and you do and act the way that I want you to, what I want you to do, how I want you to act, especially that golden child. Some of you guys think that the golden child has it all together and they are loved by that parent. No, the golden child is the biggest puppet in the family because of the fact that they have to earn that narcissist love. And so you have to do things to prove your worth to this narcissist. Unfortunately, the narcissist is the parent, and you do whatever you do to get their attention, to get their love, to get their respect, to get their affection, even just to get a compliment. Many of you grow up, you've never received a compliment. So when you get a compliment from someone, you think that you and them are supposed to be married and have kids. Oh my God, I'll drink your bath water because they say, you know what, your hair is very pretty. And you're off in la la land because of the fact that you didn't get those type of compliments. You didn't have a parent at home telling you that you're my little princess and you are a king and you can be anything you want to be and your value is not wrapped around people and I want you to be confident. You didn't hear words of affirmation. You didn't hear words of confirmation. You didn't hear, I'm proud of you. It doesn't matter what you do in life. I'm going to be proud of you. You're still my child. Everything is based off of what that narcissist wants, how they want to live life. And you already know they don't love themselves. So if they don't love themselves, how are they going to love anybody else? They're not capable of loving anybody else. But yet that child doesn't know any better. The only thing the child knows, or you knew as a child, the only thing that you knew is I love this parent and I'll do whatever I can to make you love me. I'll do whatever I can to make you approve of me. I'll do whatever I can to make you happy with me. So, as our sister Tasha Leleman said, when you leave home hungry, you go into the world starving. And so you go out emotionally deprived, emotionally malnutrition, starving. And so any attention that you get, any compliment that you get, anything nice that someone says to you, you have become a narc bait because you are so hungry and so desperate. You are so vulnerable and so naive that it's so easy. And trust me, a lot of us, we're in that pool. So, I can't point my finger at you without having these fingers pointed back at me, and you have to learn. But a lot of you went out there and you were so emotionally deprived, depleted. It's like being calcium depleted. You got osteoporosis of the heart, and you out there, and it's easy for a narcissist to say whatever they want to say to you to pull you in because they're looking at you as ignorant, because you are. And ignorant doesn't mean you're stupid. Ignorant just means you lack the knowledge in that area. But guess what? If you came up in a home where a narcissist, made your emotions feel irrelevant, you know why? Because remember, everything revolves around the narcissist. The narcissist believes that they are the sun. They are the God of this earth. They are the pharaohs of their time. And they are the gods in human form that need to be worshipped. And if the world and everything in the galaxy and in the solar system is not revolving around them, then there is a problem. There's a problem with you. What's wrong with you? Why? You don't this and you don't that and why? You don't show me your love, and you're supposed to be my child. And out of anything, there's supposed to be a bond between you, and blood is thicker than water. Those words right there, coming from a narcissist are damaging because your whole worth is now centered around making this person feel good, making this person happy. Whatever you do, you walk on eggshells because of the fact that your parent was never a happy parent. So you have to do whatever you can do to play into this game, or to do whatever you can to be loved by this parent. And you left home, and when you connected to whoever you have children by, whoever you're dating or married to, that's the same way that you're handling life now. You have to prove your worth. And a lot of times you're in these situationships and you're with a narcissist and you're still trying to prove yourself to your parent. So you're in these situationships with these narcissists, still trying to prove your worth and your self-esteem and look, I am good, because of the fact that you were depleted and your emotions were irrelevant.